Hello, I'm Jenny Mackay, long-time local and also councillor for this division since 2000. Married Keith Mackay and into the Mackay family that were residents here since 1946, so we have a long love for Palmwoods. The Palmwoods placemaking planning process is very important as council has been out on the ground, listening, engaging with the community, getting all those little threads of what's important to the individuals of Palmwoods to hopefully make a beautiful big picture for Palmwoods for the future. And the idea of this project is about creating the heart in Palmwoods.
I could sit here for hours and tell you what I love about Palmwoods. It's just the green, clean, it's quiet. We've got genuine people, a fantastic community spirit.
I purposely came to Palmwoods 20 years ago because I loved the hinterland feel.
It has a very great village atmosphere. We came to like it because it was so quiet and peaceful.
Laid back. No, we love it.
The pub is pretty, has a beautiful country aesthetic.
I love the little railway villages down the railway line, you know.
Everything, the quietness, the people that are in it.
Just a sense of uniqueness, like Rick Steiner down there, every time we drive by they're having a group meeting with some cars.
The older people I like. I love them, they've got so many stories to tell.
Butcher knows my son's name, the shopkeepers knows his name, it's just that local thing, you go in and they know you.
The good old-fashioned country values.
It's the lifestyle and it's the people. It's pace, a lot slower.
People are so friendly.
It's really homey, it's like really family.
I love the proximity to the coast.
It's close, but it's far enough away from the hustle and bustle.
Plenty to do in the hinterland.
There's quite a variety of good schools.
I love the train.
The trees, that we still have all the trees as you drive down into Palmwoods. It looks like you're coming into another world and looking out over the range, being able to see across. Beautiful view.
The duck ponds are lovely in Palmwoods. Great to take visitors there for a barbecue, great to take the kids there.
It's really safe and there's lots of people walking around and walking their dogs and kids riding around.
The markets on a Saturday, it's just like being very holistic and a community.
Purchase all local fresh fruit and vegetables.
Compared with other places, I don't think you'd beat it.
I just think everything is unique about the place.
We always say Palmwoods found us.
I often see people riding their horse into town. It's really funny. They get a latte from Rick's and then they ride out on a horseback with a latte. Now that is the old and the new, isn't it? It's beautiful, really is good.
My immediate thought is coming under the bridge and that old row of shops along the front. That to me is precious.
The local Piccadine palm.
The palms into Palmwoods that have been there for a long time, and of course, the park there as you come in, Calora Park, surrounded by palm trees.
Most of the farms, of course, these days have all gone, but there's still a lot of acreage areas, and that gives it a very open, relaxed sort of an atmosphere.
It's our little bit of rural in the middle of the city.
It still has that country atmosphere.
Comfortable, natural, easy-going.
Farming community feel about it.
It still keeps the village atmosphere.
Sometimes it's sort of a European feeling, as though everybody wants to mingle and get out, and they're dining on the footpaths.
Casual type atmosphere.
It's nice the way it's kept the old heritage style town.
There are some older buildings which are unique to the Sunshine Coast.
Palmwoods has the sense of being 100 years old, has the sense of the original history to it.
It's a Queensland character just because of the architecture.
The fact that you can have a lifestyle that's, maybe more on the land, more close to nature, but also be close enough that you can work in the city in Maroochydore.
In recent years, lots of people have found out what a beautiful little spot it is.
It really is location, and 5 minutes and you're up to Montville and the proximity to everything, but still having that good old country values here in a small community.
One thing to me that is extremely important for Palmwoods and Palmwoods community is our community spirit. Today that spirit is still well and truly alive.
I think we have a really diverse bunch of people.
Palmwoods has actually gotten quite cosmopolitan these days. There's people from all over the world.
Everybody you can think of, and we seem to get along very well.
I think the age at the moment.
We have a lot of folks coming in here that have lived here all their life, like 80 and 90 years.
Raise them here and they stay here forever.
We still have a lot of farmers and people that have lived off the land. Now it's a blend of almost urban professionals.
A new generation of people in town, forward-thinking people, professional people and good family people.
Estates are starting to push younger people into the place, but that's good, we need that.
Those folks that want to grow their own veggies and chooks and have kids run a bit free and enjoy that country lifestyle.
It's becoming more eclectic, got a lot of craft type people, artistic people.
We're very much known in the region as being the fruit bowl of the Sunshine Coast, and today we've seen changes in that. The importance of this process will be, where are we going into the future?
"5 to 10 years, I'm assuming there will probably be traffic lights here, which would be a big shock to the locals. There's a new shopping complex going in. There's a lot of units going in Palmwoods, so it will be changing quite considerably.
I think it will be a lot busier.
2-3 years ago, town closed at 4 o'clock and that was it. So I see town moving very much into the cafe culture.
It's becoming much more vibrant now, which is really good.
We see a lot more activity now at night time, particularly on Friday nights with the lane open and a couple of other little cafes. People walking into town with their families.
Growing in a good way. I like it. I think it's terrific.
Overall, I'd like to see Palmwoods grow, because that would keep more families here in Palmwoods.
People who are forward-thinking and progressive, know that it needs to change, but I think they'd like to change it in a delicate way, in keeping with the theme of Palmwoods.
And I would like to see the centre of Palmwoods become sort of in one place.
We need to be able to somehow bring the two shopping areas together and make it easier.
I'd like to see a safer crossing for especially the elderly people, because we do have a retirement village located in town.
A lot of people who live in town don't shop in town.
The stores that we shop at now in Palmwoods was there when I was a kid going to school.
We are the gateway to the hinterland. I think we could attract a lot more tourism just through maintaining what we've got and making it colourful and bright.
A Palmwoods pantry dollar, keeping local people shopping local and local growers supplying local people.
It's cohesing the town with the shopping centre and beautification.
Trees down the middle of this street just to slow the traffic down and just make it a lovely shady feel in the hot summer days.
Some centralised parking, some pedestrian walkways, some spots to sit down.
We really need some traffic or speed attenuation.
The traffic control here, particularly with the shops across the road under the underpass, that's horrendous. Someone will die there one day because you've got through traffic coming through constantly, and you've got shops people are trying to cross the road to, so that's the dangerous.
I would like to see it's safe for people to walk around. It's quite frightening even driving into that.
The road system is just not keeping up with the influx of new residents that are coming in.
In 5 years' time, I would love for the train to still be here.
More public transportation.
And maybe some bus routes going through here.
It would also be great to try to connect Palmwoods a little bit better with some of the other central bike riding routes.
We're quite passionate about preserving the hall. It's such a strong part of the local heritage, and so we are trying to set in motion lots of activities here that bring the community back into the hall.
Such a major part of the town. When we have these events, a lot of people walk in rather than using their cars, and it gets you back into that, actually in touch with your community, talking to people, meeting with them, socialising with them.
The hall, significant. It could be a good central hub for a community. We can have a lot of events out on the street.
We'd like to see the development of a community meeting point or a village square in between the hall and the shops across the road. We've talked about developing the possibility of a community information centre in the front foyer part of the hall.
It's quite unique that our little town still has that row of old shops that go way, way back to the early 1900s.
It's one of the few towns on the Sunshine Coast now that actually has so many of its original buildings.
The features that it does have need to be preserved, and anything else that comes in needs to fit with what's already here.
I'd like to see a focus on the heritage and tourism.
People really appreciate the atmosphere with buildings.
Heritage look, but not over the top heritage.
Keep it as a country village, don't turn it into another urban centre.
We just need to explore what we have here before we make any radical change, and I think what we've got, I think in time we'll find is very, very precious.
Palmwood's placemaking master planning process is a significant step in informing council of the desires and the wishes of the people of Palmwoods and how they would like to see the heart of Palmwoods developed into the future.